High in the Colorado Rockies, where the wind sounds almost like it's whispering secrets through the pines, a gleaming white hotel rises out of the forest, the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park. By day, it looks like a postcard. Bright red roof, sweeping veranda, a view straight into the jaws of the mountains. By night, though, the mood changes. The same long hallways that seem charming in the sunlight feel watched. And that's where its story really begins. Back in the early 1900s, inventor Freeland Oscar Stanley, co-creator of the Stanley Steamer automobile, was a dying man. Tuberculosis had hollowed him out. Doctors told him to go to the mountains, breathe the thin, clean air, and wait for the end. He and his wife Flora arrived in Estes Park expecting a final retreat. Instead, something strange happened. He got better. The mountain air revived him. Grateful and newly obsessed with this valley, Stanley decided he'd build something grand, a luxury resort rivaling anything in the East. In 1909, the Stanley Hotel opened its doors, glowing with electric lights, filled with music, parties, laughter. But the land under it already had stories. Locals whispered that the valley belonged to Lord Dunraven, an English noble whose schemes and scandals stained the area's history. People didn't like him in life. They liked his lingering presence even less. Some say he never really left. The hotel thrived, then faded with time. Guests came and went. Some checked out and left with nothing more than photos. Others maybe didn't check out at all. Staff began to trade quiet stories. Phantom footsteps pacing empty floors, piano music echoing from the concert hall when no one was there, lights flicking on in vacant rooms as if someone had just arrived. Room 217 became the most infamous of them all. In 1911, a chambermaid named Elizabeth Wilson entered with a lantern to check the gas lamps. A spark triggered a massive explosion that tore through the room. She was thrown through the floor and badly injured, but she survived, and kept working there until she died decades later. Today, guests in 217 report their luggage neatly unpacked while they're out, clothing laid carefully in drawers, their shoes lined up at the foot of the bed. Couples say something invisible wedges between them as they sleep. Many believe Elizabeth is still on duty, a loyal housekeeper in death as she was in life. Downstairs in the concert hall, people hear Flora Stanley's beloved piano play by itself, keys softly pressing when no one is near. In the grand staircase and lobby, shadowy figures in old-fashioned clothing appear in photos, only noticed long after the picture is taken. Children's laughter echoes on the fourth floor, where no children are staying. Doors lock and unlock on their own. A cold spot lingers in the hallway, like a breath on the back of your neck. For most of the world, though, the Stanley turned from a quiet fading relic into a legend in 1974, when a young writer named Stephen King checked in on a stormy October night. The hotel was about to close for the season. He and his wife were nearly the only guests. Empty hallways, silent dining room, an eerie stillness in the air. That night, King wandered through the corridors, eventually falling asleep in room 217. He later said he dreamed of his little son running down those endless hallways, chased by a fire hose that came to life, his screams echoing through the building. He woke up, heart pounding, lit a cigarette, and by the time it burned down, the skeleton of The Shining was in his head. The Stanley's bones became the blueprint for one of the most famous haunted hotels in fiction. Today, the Stanley leans into its legends. Ghost tours snake through its halls. Guests arrive skeptical and leave with questions. Was that creak just old wood settling? Or footsteps following you? Was it a draft? Or a hand brushing your arm? Maybe it's all imagination, stories layered over time. Or maybe a place built out of gratitude and near death, set on land already heavy with history, simply refuses to be quiet. Up in Estes Park, when the fog rolls in low and the hotel lights glow against the dark mountains, it's easy to believe that the Stanley isn't just a building. It's a living memory, filled with everyone who ever loved it, feared it, or never quite managed to leave.